Without making an effort, Usance redefined elegance the moment she stepped out. The one form of beauty that evokes a response? She is rapidly becoming the ideal representation of a contemporary political woman, from proudly representing the nation at formal events to delivering moving speeches that are brimming with wisdom and charisma. I present to you Usha. She stunned everyone once again after we thought we had seen it all. I don't understand why everyone agreed on her most recent style choice. My friend, that is the crucial aspect that we are going to disclose. Stay put because I guarantee you that you will want to know. Not only does Usha have impeccable taste, but her irresistible charisma compels onlookers to wonder who is this woman and how does she do it. Her elegant stride exemplifies the fact that charisma and poise aren't traits, but rather ways of being. This isn't an isolated incident, as anyone who has been keeping up with her recent public appearances can tell you there is a logical progression from one part to the other. But hey, you can't trust me. It would be best if we started from the very beginning. There was no mistaking Usha Vance's natural charisma, poise, and elegance when she first gained widespread attention. No, there's a lot more to this story than that. Usha was never one to blend in because her family valued her intelligence and kindness. Usha Vance's incredible family background is an essential part of her story because it shaped her into the remarkable woman she is today. Her parents, Radhakrishna Krish and Lakshmi Chilukuri, emigrated to America from India in the late 1970s. The pursuit of the American dream drove them to do this. They didn't merely pursue it, they triumphed over it, guiding their daughter to greatness while enjoying fruitful careers in academia. Renowned San Diego State University engineer Cherish Chilukuri is a professor there. Imagine for a second a father who takes great pleasure in both solving problems and instilling in his children the value of creative problem solving. Usha knew how much he enjoyed challenging himself creatively and producing excellent results. You could say her parents instilled in her a determination to tackle challenges directly. Lakshmi Chilukuri, Usha's mother, is an inspiration in her own right. She holds the positions of both professor and dean at UC San Diego. Being an inclusive leader is a cornerstone of Lakshmi's career. She has paved the way for other women in education and demonstrated their potential. Growing up in San Diego, Usha witnessed the fruits of perseverance and determination. There was more than just school talk at her house. There was a lovely fusion of Indian and American values. We can confidently state that Usha takes after her mother in terms of grace, elegance, and beauty. People frequently remark that Lakshmi Chilukuri is an attractive, intelligent woman who exudes poise and composure even when faced with intense scrutiny. When you see Usha in public, you can see that she possesses these qualities. It is evident that Usha's graceful presence was influenced by Lakshmi's composed demeanor and refined leadership style. Thanks to Lakshmi's impeccable looks and Usha's one-of-a-kind charisma, she is an enthralling figure who never fails to turn heads. I think that's the most intriguing part of her story. Let us now examine the path that this shy girl took to become one of the most famously gorgeous women alive today. Trust me, you'll see an improvement. What does Usha Vance do for fun throughout her college and professional years? Let's just say she wasn't serious about anything. She didn't hesitate to step inside and make her presence known. Because of her upbringing, which was rich in cultural values and intellectual discourse, Usha's greatness was not unexpected. Instead of Yale Law School, that is absolutely incredible. People took note of her abilities before Yale, when she was a student who excelled academically. She was bestowed with the illustrious Gates Cambridge Scholarship. Exceptionally bright students are recognized with this honor. Thanks to this, she was able to earn a Master of Philosophy degree from the prestigious University of Cambridge in the United Kingdom. Her stay in Cambridge was only the beginning. Afterwards, her life took a dramatic turn when she enrolled at Yale Law School. If you know anything about Yale Law, you know that it is incredibly competitive and one of the most challenging schools to study law at. It wasn't merely her legal acumen that made Usha stand out, though. It was also due to her poise and elegance. With the exception of a handful of other women, she glided through that world with such ease that everyone couldn't help but notice her. Following her time at Yale, she had an equally remarkable career trajectory. Usha rose to prominence as an attorney, earning praise for her meticulous preparation and poise in court. In a high-stakes meeting or the courtroom, her composed assurance was reassuring and authoritative. She owes her poised work ethic to the discipline she exhibited while at Yale and the values instilled in her by her parents. Following her graduation from Yale Law School, Usha Vance embarked on a path that was driven by ambition and her deep affection for the legal field. Her initial position was that of a clerk for prominent judges, an esteemed and competitive position in the legal profession. Judge Brett Kavanaugh of the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit employed her as a law clerk. The next step was to take on an even more daunting task. She was appointed to serve as a clerk for Chief Justice John Roberts on the United States Supreme Court. First, let's discuss a solid foundation. While serving in these capacities, she was a part of some of the nation's most landmark court decisions. She was solidified as a brilliant and accomplished lawyer after this. But being cautious wasn't all that Usha was doing. Following that, she secured employment with the prestigious San Francisco legal firm Munger, Tolles & Olson. There, she took on significant cases from a wide variety of fields and worked on complex legal matters, including appeals. She was smack dab in the thick of things, and she won even the most challenging cases with her razor-sharp legal intellect. But meeting J.D. Vance, who changed her life as well, happened before her meteoric climb to the top of the legal profession. Their love story began at Yale Law School, where they met. There was a unique spin on the classic love story of law school. Back then, J.D. wasn't quite the well-known writer and politician that he is today. Originating from working-class neighborhoods in Middletown, Ohio, he had an intriguing background that informed his determination and thoughtfulness as a law student. It was an incredible journey to go from a difficult childhood to being admitted to an Ivy League school. Their common ground extended beyond the confines of their educational institution. The cool demeanor and steady hand of Usha went well with JD's resiliency and versatility. Their mutual regard and shared goal of making a positive impact led them to become friends. They complement each other despite being polar opposites in many respects. Usha not only helped JD with Hillbilly Elegy and the unexpected media attention he was receiving as their relationship progressed, but she also established a solid career as a lawyer. Their romance began for reasons other than the universal law of attraction. The key is to stay grounded, build strength, and persevere through the good times and the bad. Usha was rock solid behind the scenes, ensuring that JD's trip went off without a hitch, even though everyone could see him on his trips. Remember this, Usha's influence was due to more than just her quiet strength. She was also a trusted lawyer and a helpful partner. Her poised public appearances, attendance at significant events, and growing cultural icon status attract a lot of attention. First published in his best-selling autobiography Hillbilly Elegy, J.D. Vance gushed over his beloved wife, Usha. Her unusual combination of attractiveness and intelligence led him to conclude that she was a genetic anomaly. It was evident from his writing that Usha was more to him than a life partner. She was a source of inspiration and courage. However, if you've ever watched an interview with JD, you might have noticed something intriguing. He rarely compliments her on her elegance and beauty, her impact on his life, her ability to keep him composed in chaotic situations, and her legal acumen are the topics of his enthusiastic praise. The narrative of his rediscovery of faith was among the most moving he shared. Because of her Hindu upbringing, Usha could have disregarded JD's decision to revert to Christianity. Rather than that, she supported him and accompanied him to church nearly every Sunday. Love and understanding on that level transcend the tangible. Even though JD doesn't often mention it, people do notice Usha's grace and ease. At the Republican National Convention, she introduced him with great grace and style. Her poise and confidence as she stood before the audience captivated them. Everything about her, her demeanor, her steps, her poise, her polish, was stunning. I find it intriguing that the public and media tend to notice and praise her intelligence, beauty, and ease more than JD himself does in interviews. Perhaps that's the secret to their relationship. He doesn't need to constantly compliment her beauty. It speaks volumes. Reading about his admiration for her intelligence, compassion, and unwavering support makes you realize that he perceives a beauty that surpasses the average person's perception. That is an accomplishment of which to be proud. Donald Trump's selection of her husband, JD, as his running mate in the 2024 presidential campaign then turned the tables. To be there for her family during the effort, Usha made the difficult decision to leave her career as a lawyer. She was supportive of her family and JD as he took on this massive new job, marking a turning point in her career and demonstrating her care for them. She still managed to excel despite her decision to take a break from work at a crucial moment. Actually, it boosted her attractiveness since it demonstrated that she could effortlessly juggle her professional, familial, and public lives. Not only does J.D. Vance, Usha's husband, hold her in high esteem, but so do those outside of their inner circle. As soon as she leaves the house, the commotion begins, as you may have noticed. But not only the general population notices it, Elon Musk's mom recently gushed over Usha's charm and beauty in a social media post. The remarkable achievements of Usha were lauded by May, who also praised her intelligence and beauty. Regarding her physical attributes, she went on to say that she is even more stunning in person. Usha is the first Hindu second lady and the first Indian American. May's post questioned why she hasn't received more recognition for this fact. The influence of Usha as a powerful figure was further enhanced by this post. Since her husband J.D. Vance was chosen to be Trump's running mate, Usha Vance has become a favorite among Republicans.